simply a story about a game and how to win that game.
There you go, John. A little one backwards.
There is no right and there is no wrong. And there certainly is no morals or ethics. Radical concept of how to win this game.
Well, my name's Jason Statham. I play Jake Green. He's many, many things. I say essentially he's a con man.
I am rich. Seriously fucking rich.
Dorothy Macker serves a large sentence for him in prison. Comes out, tries to rectify a few of those misdemeanors that were created by the Macker himself.
You have to teach me that trick sometime.
Well, I think Macker and Jake are really the same character, but one took a right turn and one took a left turn.
To seek a bit of personal revenge and to shove a bit of humiliation up Dorothy Macker's arse would be, I'd say, the prime motivation for Jake. Because at the beginning, he's just a pawn, isn't he? But by the end, he's the king. Oh, my God.
Jake sort of represents, all of us. I think we're all sort of chosen to a degree because, we're all players within our own little games.
The perceived enemy is not the real enemy.
The only opponent Jake Green has to challenge and to wrestle is himself. We embody all of these characters. We embody all the aspects of vice. We also embody all the aspects of competition, wanting to play the game and wanting to succeed in the game.
Everybody thinks is themselves is probably not themselves. So he learns that what we know is nothing.
Big fan of Ray's and have been for a long time. I was desperate to use him in something that he could show off again.
Dorothy Macker, yeah. He's a big crook. He's a crim that runs a big casino, and he disposes of people very quickly without a bat of an eyelid.
I want my money back.
He'll pass the death sentence quicker than you'll pass the salt.
No crackheads with sharp sticks acting like silly fucking gangsters.
He's driven by greed and lots of money.
What? He missed.
That is the character of Dorothy Macker.
Zach is a loan shark, and he's partners with Ave. We meet Jake along his journey, and we try to guide him in a different direction.
Excuse me.
Hey, buddy, we're coming through here.
Relax. You're in trouble, Mr. Green. We can help you.
Zach is a little bit of a mystery as to where he's from and what he does. And it's only revealed towards the end of the movie that we kind of know where and how he came to be who he is. Zach and Avi, played by Andre 3000, Andre Benjamin. They're the pivotal two characters of this movie, I'd say. They're a bit of a mystery, but all will be revealed.
Mr. Green. Mr. Green, Avi.
Sit down. My name is Andre Benjamin, and I play the character of Avi. I'm a loan shark. We use Jake's money. We save his life. He doesn't understand the game until the very end. We've already saved your life once. The next time will not be for free.
Avi, Mr. Avi, smooth as you like.
Revolver. I like the name of it for a start. If you're in a game, the game just keeps revolving until you realise that you're actually in a game, and then maybe you can start evolving. It sort of represents, as I say, a different aspect of our character. The aspect that we might have taken a left turn somewhere and later on decide that the right turn might have been the better idea. So it sort of represents the U-turn within us. I wish to deliver what is seen as an action movie, I suppose. I'd like to see it as a sort of intellectual action movie. It's based upon the formula of a game, and how big is the game, and where does the game start and where does the game stop, who's playing who, and who's conning who.
Games. A world of games. There is always an opponent, and there is always a victim.
Sorry, sir. This table is closed. All the tables are closed.
A germ got stuck in my mind about this particular concept, that it was the con of all cons, the trick of all tricks. One of the greatest con men said, the easiest man to con is the con man himself, which is a sort of lovely idea.
Rule 1 of any game or con. You can only get smarter by playing a smarter opponent.
At the beginning of the film, there's 4 rules, and the film's cut into 4 sections.
You will always find a good opponent in the very last place you would ever look.
Left a whole snail trail of clues and whatnots and symbologies and numerologies for those that care to indulge themselves.
Checkmate.
How?
The harder the battle, the sweeter the victory.
The chess game itself is very symbolic to, you know, to the movie, to the game. We're in a game. Here's a game. The con of chess, the con of life. You know, it's a huge parallel for the movie, definitely.
Wide gone in.
Rules in chess are simply the rules that are consistent within the con. All cons.
It's got so many little subliminal messages within the rules and the approach to chess.
Check.
It's a killer game.
No, I mean, it's a film about a guy's world and a guy's game. And women are involved within that game.
I'm Miss Walker. I work for Mr. Gold. Do you mind if we walk? We've heard you might be having some problems. Mr. Gold doesn't give more time or second chances.
Sam Gold, obviously within the context of the film, is the opponent.
Gold.
Yes, the Gold. Sam Gold.
Is the force that the individual within the movie has to overcome.
Mr. Gold, thank Mr. Gold for the opportunity to do business with such a great man.
Sam Gold. Everybody wants to get in business with Sam Gold.
Mr. Clandestine.
Mr. Mystery.
That was really what inspired the film, that the devil wasn't a bad guy. The devil was actually just a clever guy.
I think we're all working for him. The script's changed, it's been spun on its head so many times. And even to the point of shooting, you know, we'd be there on set and he'd go, look, we've got some new sides, boom, and he'd write them in. And it's like a constant work in progress with him, you know? That's the way Guy likes to work, and that's what makes him so unique with it as well. Guy shoots very quickly. The setups are done very quickly by Maury Jones. You know, he sticks a plug into a Keener flow and he goes, poof, and all of a sudden you've got this amazingly lit, set. It's amazing how little and how much time he takes to put something into a certain state.
When I was a kid, about American movies is they're sort of larger than life. I just wanted to look good, and that was about the only request I asked of my DP. But we've done 3 films together, so...
Pete, I'll do one more. No camera shaking or anything.
Okay.
Let's try and get that moment really still.
Okay.
So just one more. No, you can go again. Then we do a walk and talk. Yes. Right down the entire thing. Yes. Square on. Yes. Angle. Yes. Okay.
He must call how long he thinks it's going to take to do his shots, and I will decide whether he's allowed that amount of time or whether he's not allowed that amount of time. Fair enough.
So if I said 20 minutes and I came in on 4...
Well, you want to got the shot.
Okay.
The guy, you know, he created the whole thing. He had an idea and boom, there it was. Even down to the leery shoes.
Making them so they're all spongy.
Yeah, a little bit greasy and a little bit, you know,
So
making more out of what he's got. I mean, we could give him more hair than what he's got, only in order to sweeten it.
The guy is a unique director who created a style that he was the George Washington of that style, which is fast forward, then reverse, fast forward, then reverse, 15 seconds earlier, 10 minutes later. You'll see that guy kind of created that style.
And it's when I'm in LA, I go around all the studios trying to get money, and they all tell me to hop it. In a very polite way. You know what I mean? It took me 2 years to raise the money for this one. Because the concept is quite a deep concept. And because it wasn't just... Trying to raise money for concepts that people can't really understand is hard. Thank you. Camera right here. Let's do it again. Get in the fucking car. I said get in the fucking car.
I'm not sure if I fall into the camp of being dictatorial or democratic as a filmmaker.
When you open the lift door, go a bit easy. Don't let it just slide to the side. Pull it to the side and hold it still.
I'd like to think that sometimes I can be both.
Now give me a long enough pause that I could steal it if I wanted to, okay? Before you start getting emotional.
Now watch out, cocksucker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Action.
2, 1, action. Action. It's a little more. 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, action.
I'm a railroad man. I sure have paid my dues. Don't have much money, but I don't have much to lose.
Okay, play that back, Gary.
Baltimore.
10 balls back. On the end. How was that for you?
What do you mean you weren't rolling?
It's good. It's a great working relationship we have. You know, I understand his language and he's not proud or he ain't got an ego about what he writes. So if you say something's no good, he'll go, really? And he'll listen to you.
Simon holds it, gives it a wriggle.
When you need to do something that's important, he'll make it, you know, what it needs to be.
And then you look back, and then he'll come round, and then once he settles, I go. Yeah.
He just makes it fun, you know what I mean? He doesn't take you seriously, but really he does.
I slipped, I didn't overact. I slipped. I slipped.
He has it all worked out in his head. You know what he's looking for.
Billy's going to be more concerned than Mother. Mother's going to be uncontrollable. Yeah. But Billy recognises the sort of serious...
It's technical. He gets what he wants, for sure.
Mr. Macker, I don't believe we've met. I'm Mrs. Walker. I work for Mr. Gold.
And then he gives you freedom to kind of give your interpretation of that's what I've learned working with him.
Now I'm going to say, get in the car. If I wanted to kill you, I would have shot you already. Yeah. What Guy let us do with our characters is he let us explore. We didn't change the dialogue too much from the script, but he let us explore. I'm going to come out, and I'm going to start firing, and I'm going to bring it around this way. I'm going to bring it around this way. I'm not going to go this way. And I'll end up in this position. Like it's wild. No, you don't like it?
So by the very nature of filmmaking, it's not a democracy. But that said, it can work very efficiently as a democracy. Well, I don't like Jason. I'd like to make that clear now. I think he's arrogant, terrible chess player, and he thinks he's funny. But apart from the fact that I don't like him, don't trust him, and I have absolutely no respect for him as a chess player, he and I work quite well together. He's low maintenance and very cheap. This is the main reason that I use him.
I think our whole relationship sort of exists on competition, you know? It's whether we're playing chess together, it's whether we're trying to beat each other up. It's always trying to get one over on the other.
Oh, you can't like it. I'm a railroad man.
It's not in like a serious way. It's always done in a piss-takey way, you know? It never really means much if you win or you lose, but there's always a driving force between it. There's a very competitive nature within ourselves.
What are you talking about? Then I'm taking you with that, ain't I? You moved back there.
Toughest moment is getting that fucking guy Ritchie to pay his debts when he loses at chess. He just won't pay up. He just won't accept the loss. That, I have to live with that.
The movie is set in no man's land.
Not clear where it's set. I think that's a good thing. Doesn't really say what time, what era, where. It's kind of an unknown place.
We shot in the Isle of Man and in London. We did film in Christopher Wren's Naval College in Greenwich, which is an extremely impressive building. If you've not been down there, I recommend a visit when you've got a spare afternoon or two. I found now, having had a band and worked outside of that band, I'm back to my old band. It's good to work with a bunch of people that I like, and I like them very much. So I just find the whole system is much more efficient if I'm working with people that I know. I also know how much the team has to do with the creative process, because filmmaking ultimately is about teamwork.
What we're going to do is going to do it slightly loose head so the frame's got a bit of movement.
Okay. Which can I move out? Anywhere you want to, Ray, I'm following you.
The illusion of it is it looks like it's about a captain.
Do I give you a rough time, though?
No.
You sure?
Yeah. You get impatient.
Yeah, I get impatient.
But you'd also, even if you do shout at me.
Shush, please.
I mean, he's stuck with a lot of the same old team from years back. You know, he's got the same sound crew. But the bones are pretty. We've got Pete Wignall, camera operator extraordinaire.
This way of camera, and let's stay on him for some nice footage as they walk all the way down there.
Yes,
Give us a cutting point.
Tim, I'm guessing 1-3.
The pair of them are just an absolute pleasure to watch.
You know, I fucking big pussy took ballet. I studied at Juilliard. I believe you. First position. It's called Pilliard. Could you do that? Could you do that?
That's Charlie Chaplin.
We started this game on set Olympics. So every day, after the first day we did it, I would come to work, you know, looking for the new challenge, you know.
1, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah.
okay?
So yeah, it definitely is.
Oh, you bastard. No, that's